What you're watching is the cleanest and probably fastest island leave I've ever had. The start to this seed is absolutely disgusting. If I had better flint rates, bro, this would have been a low 1 minute time. It would have been my fastest nether enter ever, and it would have been so cool. But we get a little bit trolled. The reason this is so good, number one, I mean, the mechanics are on point. I'm feeling so confident right now. I get 20 iron. I'm making a diamond sword, full iron tools, plus iron doors, and there's a magma ravine right off this island. I saw it as I was swimming down to the buried treasure. You literally cannot get a higher quality enter than this unless I spawned, what, 2 chunks closer to the buried treasure, or I get better flint rates. That's really the thing here. I'm focusing on the flint rates because freaking, dude, the flint, oh my gosh, it would have been a new personal best if the flint just dropped. If it just dropped. You know, I shouldn't say that though, because obviously, in basically every single run, if something had gone better, it could have been PB. You know, if I had just rolled the perfect seed, I just would have gotten a new personal best. So it's kind of funny to make those arguments. But at the end of the day, it's another sub 10, baby. You know, I remember when I was trying for my first sub 10 for so long, and it just never seemed to happen. I think I got 4 now. I might even have 5. I'm getting to the point where I'm losing track, and that's a pretty good sign to me. So it's a low 1. I almost said end enter. It's a low 1 nether enter. Man, I'm struggling for words here. And I'm pretty sure this is a double triple stables, which is one of the fastest Bastion routes out there. I have to climb up some of this terrain a bit awkwardly. I have a good amount of blocks though, and it's not looking great as I'm rounding to the right here. I actually don't remember this seed at all. I'm going to be completely honest. This is my first time watching it back since I got it, which was a couple of days ago. But I find this absolutely crazy secret tunnel through the warp forest. I get my COD on my hotbar, and the Bastion is right through this gap here. So I see that it stables, and as I'm boating down, I'm pretty sure I saw the fortress. I actually can't remember. We're going to be figuring out what the seed is together. But I'm going to be entering here. It's going to be a low 2-minute Bastion enter. Very solid. It's a little bit harder to get 20 obsidian from this sort of Bastion just because you don't get as many gold blocks. I take a little bit of damage on my way in, so not the most optimal. But I think I played okay. I was trying to avoid the pig directly in front of me, and I did do that. I just got hit by a pig behind me, so it's a little bit unfortunate. We're going to be playing our standard double triple route. Actually kind of had a mini heart attack as that pig fell down. I thought he was gonna like get into where I needed to mine, and it just would have been freaking game over. But I'm getting my first 4 gold blocks trading right now. And double triple is honestly kind of a mechanically challenging Bastion because you want to be overlapping, searching for the fortress. You want to potentially be pre-crafting. You want to. It's like a mentally what's the right way to describe this? It's challenging, like, the mental of, like, okay, where do I need to go for this fortress? Do I have pearls? Can I get a pearl hang off? I need to get my gold in the hole because they're freaking done trading. Double triple is just so quick. So I'm going up here. I have pearls, which is nice. I know I can get a pearl hang off. I'm trying to deal with these freaking pigs that are all over me. Do manage to deal with it fine. I get 1 more gold block, so in case I don't get my 20 obsidian, I can still trade it out. And I decide to leave out the back here. I think. I can't really remember. Honestly, even doing this commentary video, it's hard to keep track of where I've got my scan and whatnot. But I seem to be fairly confident that there's a fortress in that direction. I get my arrows, I get some string, get some more obby, get another gold block. I'm kind of loaded at this point, and I'm just hoping, please, 20 obsidian. I got 1 more pig trading. There's another one right there for some reason that I just block off. I'm pretty sure part of this Bastion is in a crimson forest, so it's just totally cracked for like trades and pearls and everything. Check my trades, 14 obsidian. Not great. I want 20, and I know that I could leave right now for a potentially faster time, but it's not really worth it, so I check this chest. I'm at 19 obsidian, 19. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, I have a couple pieces of gold left. I gotta trade these out. Please just give me 1 more piece of obsidian, and there it is already. I get it, and I'm totally out. So we're gonna be entering the fortress, potentially sub 5, very solid pace. This is what I'm looking for. I don't see it yet, so I'm doing like a little wide macro to try and see past the fog. Have to recheck a pyre again. It's kind of funny. If I had just been confident sending this direction, not double checking there just saves what, 3-4 seconds. I make another time save like that, and then it's just a new personal best, bro. It's so I don't know. It's so just like fun playing the game of Minecraft. Where can I save the time? Where am I going to get lucky? How am I going to play this? I'm entering the fortress, not sub 5, but very low 5, and I have the diamond sword. A little bit unfortunate with this wither skeleton here. Kind of have to get rid of him. And if you haven't noticed, there's a freaking giant mushroom on top of my blaze spawner. So it's going to mean there's less places for blazes to spawn, and so I actually end up doing 2 blaze beds here to try and get rid of all the blocks. I do my first one right here, but it doesn't clear out that many blocks. It also kills a blaze, the same tick that the blaze spawns, so that was just a little bit unfortunate. But I know it doesn't clear out as many blocks as I had hoped for, so I kind of set up another blaze bed. I stumbled a little bit trying to set it up, but now we have all of our blocks cleared out, so it's just a game of please blazes spawn, please blazes, drop your rods, and then, of course, like I'm going to be trying to pre-craft everything. I still need to craft all my beds. I need to build my portal. So there's just a lot that's going on in my head right now. But for the most part, all of this is muscle memory, like crafting my beds, my anchors. Problem, though, I don't have enough wood. I don't really know what happened at the island or my wood. I'm going to be completely honest. I haven't been keeping track of it. But I craft 1 bed. And I guess it's also a problem because I had to like double blaze bed. But thankfully, I am in a warped crimson, so I guess there's some benefit to having a mushroom on top of your spawner. It gives me enough wood to craft a couple more beds, and then I can also use this to craft my a couple of sticks, so I can use that to craft some gold pickaxes or a bow, which I think is the only thing I craft on this run. But it's kind of getting overwhelming at this point, honestly. The reason I build this portal kind of slowly and a little bit scuffed is because I saw a skeleton and I didn't want him to shoot me as I was building it. He shoots like the bottom of the obsidian. So it's a little bit awkward there. Maybe I could have picked a better spot to do it, but I'm pretty happy with how I played this overall. It's a little bit higher than a mid-6 blind. That's totally all I need to get a new personal best, so I'm totally going to play this out. It's pretty high quality. Although I do have to throw 2 eyes. Not a huge deal with boat eye, but just like a little bit of a time waste. Kind of have to do a little boat clutch here to grab my next eye. And then we're going to be back in the nether. Dude, I feel like I'm talking so fast with this commentary video. Is this even good? I feel like I'm just yapping to absolute no end, bro. There's no time for anything. We're back in the nether. Sub 730. I've got my fire resistance potion. I'm aggressively pearling here. I think I throw 1, maybe 2 more pearls. I got some extra food, so that's going to be super handy when it comes to this end game. Trying to change my pie chart as I'm looking at my coordinates, as I'm pearling. I know I'm relatively close here. What are my coords? -36, 304. So I'm 10 or so blocks off. I'm here at the chords. I start digging down. And the challenge with digging down is you want to be paying attention to your C value, which shows how many air blocks are below you, because you don't want to fall into a giant airspace under a lava pool like that. So I decide to build it at the correct Y height. I'm basically as low as I can be while still not having to have like jumped down into the lava lake, and it totally pays off. I'm very proud of this preemptive. I get a very clean, very nice spike down mid. I decide to go this way, do some like fancy water movement. Doesn't that look freaking cool? I think that was awesome. And then do a little bit more movement with my soul sand to get in the portal room, and it's literally a 15-second nav or something. Very solid here. Entering 8:31, so if I hit a 0 here, that's going to be a 9:20-ish time, depending on how good the 0 was. So I'm shaking a little bit right now. I'm a little bit nervous, but I know 100% I'm going for the 0. I decide to stall my second pearl here, so I have a little bit more health. I'm pushing Y91, I believe. I'm pretty sure I make it to Y91. I guess, yeah, I make it to Y91, but the dragon has already flown. And so I'm like, frick, dude. If the dragon just doesn't fly there, I maybe hit the 0, and then that's a new personal best. But alas, that is RSG. You're dealing with luck. You're dealing with the situations you're given. And the situation I was given was not one where I could do a 0 cycle. So now we're kind of just waiting for the perch. And I do get a pretty good perch. Not gonna lie, I think it turns in right here. Yeah, it turns in right here. So it is gonna be another sub 10, which feels freaking cool. And it's not ranked too, it's just a completely random world. I could submit this to the leaderboards. It's just, I don't know, man. I love speedrunning. I love sub 10s. Enjoy the 1 cycle. That's what I would say. Is that PvE? No, I don't think it's PvE. I don't think it's PvE, dude. Oh my gosh. I played that well, baby! What's my PB? No, it's 2 seconds off. Oh my gosh, 5 seconds of retime. I played that freaking well, baby. That's another sub 10 for the books. Whew. I was nervous. I played well. I played it flipping well. New commentary. Say hi, chat. Hold on. I'll put you on the screen. Say hi. Oh, let's freaking go! Oh, I'm nervous. I hit it. I pushed to 91 on the 0. It flew. It perched. Sub 10, baby. That's a sub 10.